Hello everybody and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Guapish Rule 34. As always, I'm your host Tanner, and today I'm joined by my super special co-host Nico.
Oh, that's right, ET. Oh, shit, I unplugged my headset, apparently. Oops, that was a big mistake. Things are already off to a rough start, much like how they were last week. I do just want to make an apology here on live TV real quick here to our Jewish community. I may have said a few things in reference to Black Hebrew Israelites that were apparently conspiracy theories, which I was not made aware of initially. You see, there's this guy named Kanye who's recently spouting some genius stuff. He is a genius, after all, so I just didn't think to fact check him. Apparently that was a little necessary, so my heart goes out to all the Hebrews who I may have hurt before.
The Hebrews? I don't know if you can call them that anymore. Also joining us is formerly Jewish Jackson.
As a currently Jewish member of that community, I accept your apology, Nico.
Thanks, pal.
And rounding out our little roster here is our super special, super special guest, Tanichi.
Hello. I'm not Jewish.
Are you a Black Hebrew Israelite?
No, but as a black person, I know they're fucking awful.
Those guys are hilarious, though. They dress like Master Splinter.
Yeah, they hate women. Like, worse than incels.
You don't need to sell them more on me. So what we're doing today, guys, is I have prepared a quiz for you all to compete in. And
Jesus Christ.
the nature of this
did not
quiz.
know this going in.
He did not know this. He was not forewarned, which is gonna. There definitely are things that could have been done in preparation for this quiz, but alas, I'm making my little scorekeeping thingamabob real quick. The theme of this quiz is United States history.
I'm fucked. It's over.
Oh, shit.
He's gonna ask me to explain the Oregon Trail.
I should have done that one.
If it's anything...
I will say, I didn't put in any Texas history questions, so I saved you guys on that one. But as usual, this quiz is 5 sets of 10 questions with a pity point question after each one, except for the last one where it just goes into the final round. And I split these up into different ages. So going right into it, we have the first set of 10 questions. This is all going to be pre-Revolutionary War period.
Holy shit.
So, as usual, what we're going to do here is in the general chat, you guys are just going to buzz in by typing something when you're ready to give me an answer.
Yeah. Now, real quick here, Tanichi and Jackson, how are you guys feeling about this quiz here?
Horrible. I know nothing about history.
Yeah, dude.
It went in one ear and out the other, basically.
Oh, man.
All throughout school.
I was never a good history. My teacher had fat tits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Historical.
Yeah, that's solid. Personally, I do enjoy history quite a lot. U.S. history, on the other hand, not quite as much. So I probably won't be doing that much better than either of you, honestly.
This man studies Japanese history like a fucking weeb. Question 1. Which explorer is widely considered to have discovered America? Nico?
That'd be Leif Erikson. Or Columbus. I don't know which one you're looking for right now.
I am a contrarian and I stick with... I'm going to give you the point. It is Leif Erikson. I will say discovered is a strange word.
Right?
Because, Leif Erikson, he was the first European to wind up on America, but Columbus was the one who actually, introduced the concept of it existing to a wider audience of people.
Yeah, Leif Erikson kind of just came over here and was like, that's neat, and they just left and they never did anything with it.
Pretty much. But I will give you the point for Leif Erikson.
Thanks, dude.
I've legitimately never heard of Leif Erikson.
Me either.
It was in a SpongeBob joke.
Yeah.
I'm never getting the point.
That's where most people know him from. He's also in Vinland Saga.
He is in Vinland Saga, yeah. Second question. What were the 3 main countries that colonized the New World? Nico?
Let's go with Britain, France, and Italy.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
Damn,
Jackson?
Okay.
I was gonna say fucking Britain, Spain, and Italy.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's also not correct, Jackson. Tanishi, would you like to venture a guess?
Sure. Britain, Spain, and Russia?
No, also not correct.
Let's go with Britain, France, Spain.
That is correct.
There we go.
He looked it up. Bullshit.
I didn't look it up.
I'm trying to think if I do want to do handout points after you all fail. You know what? Now I'm gonna let you guys wallow in your failure. What in the fuck is going on out there? Anyways, so no points for that one.
Damn it.
Question number 3. What was the first colony in America called? Nico?
Massachusetts.
That's not correct. I'm sorry. Would anyone else like to ring in? Jackson?
The first colony.
I'm sorry, but that is not correct.
Damn
King
it.
Tanichi, do you have a guess to venture?
Oh man, colony of the first people.
Unfortunately, no. The very first colony in America was Jamestown.
Oh.
Town of James. So,
The start
question
of
number
it all.
4. Who were the Pilgrims? Nico?
They were a group who were persecuted by the fine people of Europe because they were fucking weirdos. So they were like, okay, Europe isn't good enough for us anymore. We're just gonna go to this new country we've heard about instead, so we can spread our weirdness over there.
That is correct. And for a bonus point, Nico, can you name the boat they sailed in?
Oh, that... Fuck, it was the Mayflower.
That is correct. Congratulations.
I kept trying to think Clover for some reason. I knew it wasn't correct.
Question number 5. What was the triangle trade? Nico?
That was like a big, like slave trade going on over in the Bermuda Triangle around that time.
No, that's incorrect.
Damn.
Does anyone else? Jackson?
I feel like I've heard about this one actually, and I took a U.S. history class in college, but honestly I've forgotten all of that shit at this point. I feel like I heard of this before, but it was just like triangle between like fucking Europe, Africa, and America, just trading their like natural resources that were unique to their specific areas. Like
Yeah,
I think
okay,
fucking Africa was like doing like sugar and shit, or in coffee.
I will give you the point for that one. Yes, the triangle trade is... It's basically a different name for the transatlantic slave trade. I don't know when they swapped the names, and I don't know what the current one is, but when I was in school, I learned it as the triangle trade. Jackson, for a bonus point, can you name me what the items being traded between each of those 3 locations were?
Golly, I guess I'll try.
It's fairly general. It's not like very specific items.
America, I guess, is like grains, grain products. Fucking, I don't know. Europe maybe was doing a lot of like manufactured shit. Africa was doing, I don't know, other just like natural resources, people.
I don't think that's close enough to hand it out. Basically, it was raw materials from the New World, processed goods from Britain, and then slaves from Africa. And they just kind
That was
of...
pretty on the fucking money right there, man. What are
You
you
said
saying?
grains, and I don't think America ever exported grains until, like, post-World War II.
That's fair. That's 2 out of 3. That's better than I expected.
That's fair enough. Question number 6. What were cash crops? Jackson?
They're like really high yield crops that just sold for a lot of money, so they were just like made just to make money.
Yes, that's correct. They were crops specifically grown for making money. They weren't really for like eating or anything. For a bonus point, there are 3 main kinds of cash crops. For a bonus point, can you name at least 2 of them?
At least 2? Fuck. No, I don't even know if I can name one.
I feel like
that's a
at
good
least
one.
one of them should be very obvious, but
Cotton.
yes.
My brain keeps going to plantains for some reason, but it's not plantains.
You're correct in saying it's not plantains.
I don't know, fucking coffee?
No, that's a
That's
good guess.
definitely-
Coffee was more of a South America thing.
That's what I was figuring.
The three I was looking for
Is it
are
tobacco?
tobacco, cotton, and sugarcane.
Yeah.
Tobacco.
Sugarcane, yeah.
Tobacco
Sugarcane
was
was-
huge.
Oh yeah, they were eating that shit up back then.
I thought you
I think
said
they
it
were
wasn't supposed to
literally
be
eating
eaten,
it.
Tanner, you piece of shit.
Shut the fuck up. Question number 7. How many colonies were there?
No.
Nico?
13.
That is correct. Now, we're gonna do a for bonus points, a round robin.
Ooh.
Where you get 1 point for each one you can name correctly, but I will subtract a point if you name something that is not one of the 13 original colonies.
We're fucked, boys.
And
starts?
we'll go in order from least points to most points. So, Tanichi, can you please name one of the 13 original colonies?
Massachusetts?
That
Oh,
is
no.
correct.
Yeah.
Jackson, you can also opt out whenever you want so you don't lose points.
Oh, perfect.
I'm opting out.
Oh.
Are you sure? There's 12 more you can still name.
I've got 1 point and I'm keeping that baby.
You have 2 points right now,
I've
actually.
got 2 points. I'm keeping
Yeah,
both
you've
my
answered
babies.
too.
Okay. Nico,
New York.
that is correct. Tanichi, do you have another one?
Well, if it's I opt out.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna try.
Let's see how much Nico decides to run the score up. Nico,
New Jersey.
that's correct.
New Hampshire.
That's correct.
Connecticut.
That's correct.
Delaware.
That's correct.
I think that's all I got.
Okay.
Can I opt
Let's
back
see.
in for one? If it's
Sure, you can opt back in.
is Pennsylvania not one?
Pennsylvania is one.
Oh.
I was.
Does
yeah,
anyone
I didn't
else-
know.
Would anyone else like to? You guys are missing a pretty major
North
one
and
still.
South Carolina.
There you go. That's correct. You're still missing a pretty major one.
Maine?
Maine is not one of them.
I blundered.
You lost the
need
point,
those
Jackson.
points.
I should have kept my opt out. Maine just sounds like one of them, you know?
Yeah.
It sure does. Is that where we're gonna leave it?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, sounds good.
What
You-
all was said?
Let's see. We said Massachusetts, Delaware, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, New Hampshire, North Carolina, and South Carolina. So there's, I believe, 4 left still. Okay. So the 4 you guys did not get are Virginia,
Oh.
Georgia,
Oh.
Rhode Island,
Delaware.
and Maryland.
I should have known Rhode Island. That's where they live in Family Guy.
Virginia,
Okay.
I think, was the layup one.
Virginia is definitely the layup one, but question 8. What were the 2 major events in Boston leading up to the Revolution? Nico?
The fucking, what's it called? It's like the Red Massacre. Is that what they called it? It was like the...
I'm gonna need the actual name here.
Fuck,
You got 5 seconds?
the Valentine's Day Massacre?
No, that's not it.
The
Tanichi.
gangster one. I know it was them dumping the tea in the harbor. Mm-hmm. And it's not.
Do you know the name of that event?
Fuck the British dumped the tea.
The names for both of these are very straightforward, like the most straightforward possible.
The Boston tea dumping time and the Boston massacre. Fucking redcoat. I know
No,
that
fuck
they
it.
got
I'm gonna
caught-
give it to him. It's the Boston Tea Party
Yeah,
and the Boston
Tea
Massacre.
Party. Yeah, the Boston massacre and the Boston tea.
I knew the Tea Party. Didn't know what the massacre was, though.
Yeah, it
It's
was
the
just,
Boston. It's the massacre that happened in Boston.
They
Damn
called
it.
them a lobster code and they shot groups of people.
Yeah.
Question 9. What was the French-Indian War? Nico?
That was when the French fought the Native Americans.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Jackson?
It was when the Indians fought the Frenchmen.
Still incorrect.
No, they
Tanichi, do
fought-
you have a guess for this one?
Dude, sure. The French tried to bring Christ over to the Indians, and the Indians were like, "Fuck that," and they fought.
That's the same answer as both of them still. No,
With
so
slightly more information.
the French-Indian War does not follow any naming conventions we have ever followed with wars, in that it was French teamed up with Indians against the British.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, yeah, it also kicked off the 7 Years' War.
Oh.
Alright, this is the final question of this section. And this is the hardest one that none of you are going to get. But tell you
on.
what, if you guys manage to get this one, I'll fucking tie you with first place or give Nico 5 points.
Holy shit.
Because that's how much I think you're probably not going to know this one.
John Hancock.
No. What is statutory neglect? Nico?
It's when, like, the neglect is looking... is looking about the right age.
No, that's not correct.
Damn.
Does anyone else have a buzz in? Big points on the line. Pre-Revolutionary War, statutory neglect.
Is it?
Tanichi!
Is it when a landowner is neglecting to take care of their land?
No, that is not correct. Jackson,
I don't fucking
give
know.
me a wild ballpark guess on this one.
Ballpark, they're not taking care of their slaves. Get the points.
The British weren't maintaining the colonies well enough.
I'm gonna fucking give that one to you, honestly.
Woo!
What?
That's what I was thinking, like, after I gave an answer.
Yeah, statutory neglect was essentially the name historians give to the fact that Britain largely allowed the colonies to kind of govern themselves. And so when Britain did start trying to crack down on the colonies, we were like, what the fuck? You were leaving us alone. But that brings us to our first pity point question,
Holy shit.
which is going to be going to Tanichi. So, I'm going to say this one's worth like 3 points or some shit. What was the shot heard round the world?
Oh, JFK.
No, that is not correct. This question was still part of pre-Revolutionary War history.
Oh, Revolutionary War. yeah, that's not JFK.
I'm not going to be able to give you this one.
That was incredible.
That was pretty good. I don't know, Nico and Jackson are tied, so I don't feel like giving them the pity point here.
So give me one more shot.
I was gonna say it's the shot that rang out the Boston Massacre.
No,
Oh.
that's also incorrect. The shot heard round the world was the first shot fired at the Battle of Lexington, which started the Revolutionary War.
Oh.
Anyways,
I like the segue with the question.
I thought we were done. I thought it was just going to be some general question about history.
no. All of the questions will be in whatever section we happen to be in at the time.
Okay,
Speaking of sections, we are now in the Revolutionary War through pre-Civil War period.
Holy shit.
Question 1. Who was the general of the American forces? Nico?
George Washington.
That is correct. George Washington.
So,
Or as he is known down in Mexico, Jorge Washington.
That's true.
Lord.
Yeah.
Question 2. What were Minutemen? Nico?
It's a pretty sweet name, but I do believe that they were soldiers of some kind.
That is far too general of an answer for me to accept. Jackson?
Were they just soldiers that ran information between towns? I don't know, maybe like specifically they did this at night as well?
No, that's not correct. Tanichi,
Jackson.
do you know what the Minutemen were?
They were a group of individuals that roamed the Commonwealth, helping settlements with their problems.
That's an interesting answer, but also not correct. The Minutemen were essentially armed members of the militia who were just like farmers and shit that could be mobilized at a minute's notice.
Oh.
Question 3. What are lobster backs? Nico?
Those dirty British!
That is correct.
I was gonna say the back of lobsters.
Funny stuff. Question number 4. This one might be tough. Name an iconic Revolutionary War slogan. Nico?
Don't tread on me.
That's correct, yes. I didn't even write that one down. I don't know why.
Damn.
Since there are a number of I guess I'll give a little round robin and let other guys chime in. Tanichi, do you know any iconic Revolutionary War slogans?
Oh man, don't shoot until you spot the white in their eyes.
That's actually correct. I'm shocked you knew that one. Jackson, do you have one?
Fuck the British.
Yeah.
I don't know if the word fuck was invented yet, unfortunately.
There's no...
Yeah, I'll call it there. The ones I did have written down were join or die, give me liberty or give me death, and no taxation without representation.
I did not know that was a Revolutionary War quote.
Whatever.
And another one was what a gloriful time for America. Like when
Yes,
they were fighting.
yeah, something like that. A one I really like is my only regret is I have but one life to give for my country. And then that guy got executed.
Yeah, they all were literally like, America's like the shit. We're ready to die for it.
Fucking kill me. Anyways, question 5. This one's also gonna be probably tough. Name a Revolutionary War battle. Nico?
Let's go with the battle for Mountain Hill.
That's definitely not one. I'm not even gonna bother looking that up. Tanichi.
The Battle of Lexington.
Yes, that one I just mentioned. Correct.
There you go.
Jackson, do you have one?
I'll just say the Battle of Birmingham.
Let me do some research on that.
I don't even know where that came from in my head, so it could be something completely different.
That sounds like a Civil War battle, to be honest. In 1963... Oh, no, that's a riot. Never mind. It does not look like there was a battle there, though.
Shucks.
I also would have accepted Bunker Hill, Concord, and Valley Forge.
That's what I was thinking of, Bunker Hill.
I didn't know we could say more.
I only let each of you give one attempt.
Oh, okay. I knew Bunker Hill as well.
So I'm now about to post a picture, and you have to tell me what it is portraying. Is it not going to let me...
It's too big.
Boisson. Hold on a second.
I knew you were doing that.
It's not letting me do the thing. Hold on. Can I drag it in here?
Describe the picture for us.
So it's a picture of... No. Hold on. Let me get a picture of it.
In the meantime, Tanichi, how are you feeling now that you're balls deep into the quiz at this point? Are you doing better than you initially anticipated?
No, I think I'm bottom of the pack. I'm not doing too good. Yeah, what's the score? Can we get a score line?
I don't think I tell you guys the score until the very end.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah. No,
All right,
I'm
that's
not
the picture.
not doing too hot. Not doing too hot.
All right, Nico.
Yeah, that's a picture of depicting George Washington and all of his merry men sailing across the Delaware, I think?
That is correct.
Okay.
I really thought you were gonna drop the actual name of the river. What alas.
I got it in the end. It was rooting around somewhere in my brain.
It was wiggling around somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Question 7. Who was the first president of the United States? Nico.
Is that George Washington again?
That is correct. A bit of a gimme,
Yeah.
admittedly. Question 8. What were some of the compromises made in the lead up to the Civil War? Nico?
Taxation with representation.
Not correct.
Damn.
Tanichi.
They wanted to be completely separate from the British.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now that we are now in questions that are post Revolutionary War. We're now in the pre-Civil War section of this section. Anyway, Jackson.
I got nothing.
Okay. Nico, let me give you another shot.
Oh, fantastic, dude. Fantastic. Let's say...
I have two potential answers, and they both follow the formula of the blank compromise.
Oh, okay. Given that one state of Panhandle...
The giving that one state of Panhandle compromise?
That's not the name of it.
compromise? What's
the state
I mean,
of the
I guess
Panhandle?
Jackson said one of them, so I'll give him a point.
Okay.
Tanichi, do you know the other one?
No, all I know is the 3/5 one. Now that I knew.
Yeah, I took the one he knew.
You totally did. Tell you what, I'm gonna give Tanichi the point as well.
No.
I'm sorry, it's Black History Month, Jackson.
God
The other one was the Missouri Compromise.
Oh.
Alright, question 9.
Oklahoma was a state I was thinking of, by the way. It has a Panhandle.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Who was the last president before the Civil War? Nico?
That would be Andrew Jackson.
Not true.
Damn.
Alright, we need someone else to ring in. Who
I'm all out of presidents.
was the last? Tanichi.
Thomas Jefferson.
Far too early for this. Jackson, do you have a guess? He's got a funny name.
No idea.
Just name anyone.
I don't. I know
hit
basically zero presidents
Oh, man.
outside of like the more recent ones.
How many presidents have there been, Jackson?
52?
No. Nah, that's how many states there are.
That's not how many states there are.
That's the joke.
Oh, okay.
A lot of foreigners think there's 52 states. Anyway, the last president before the Civil War was Rutherford B. Hayes.
Oh. I remember that
Never
one.
would have guessed.
Yeah. What a memorable
question-
run Rutherford had.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure people say he was the first gay president.
Why?
I guess he was the only one who didn't get bitches, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Question 10. What was the first federal document of the United States called? Nico?
That would be the, let's go with the grand paperwork.
No, that's not what it is, unfortunately. Damn. I wish they called it that. Tanichi.
Oh man, I was hoping he'd give me a hint. The grand paperwork's not correct at all. What about just the paperwork?
No, they dress it up a bit more than that. Jackson.
I was really banking on one of them getting it correct, to be honest. The official documents of the United States.
No,
of America.
It's terrible. I'm surprised none of you at least guessed the incorrect but understandably so answer of the Constitution. But
I was thinking that, dude. But I was like, there's no way that's it.
Not the first one.
The answer is the Articles of Confederation. Anyways, that brings us to our next pity point movie, or pity point question, rather. I was reading while anyways. Tanichi, you get another pity point question.
Wonderful.
Okay, this is it. So, this is a list that I'm going to give you. For each person you can name from this list, you get 1 point.
Okay.
So, name as many of the founding fathers as you can.
He's fucking screen went black there, so I thought you just fucking disconnected.
There should be a handful of obvious enough names that I don't know what you're thinking.
Thomas Jefferson.
That's correct.
Abraham Lincoln.
That one is not correct. Abraham Lincoln came significantly afterwards.
Really don't know history.
Gary's Mod.
Yeah, Counter-Strike. Game Duel.
No.
Andrew Jackson.
I think he's also way
Richard-
after.
Richard
However,
Nixon.
there's a very good chance that there is someone named Andrew Jackson who was a founder. No, not correct. I guess, I don't know. Try naming like 2 others. One of them has already been mentioned in the quiz.
Holy
Oh
shit.
man,
Multiple times even.
dude, Santa Claus,
No.
George Michaels, is it
Uh,
Kramer from Seinfeld? Was he a founding father?
Let me see.
Dude, I love Kramer
No, there's
from
no
Seinfeld.
no George Michaels. There was George Washington, which you missed, but
Oh yeah, that other guy.
so that was
John
that
Hancock,
part.
he's another one.
Yeah, John Hancock.
That piece of shit.
Okay. Yeah. There were also bonus points if you could name the 2 people who had signed the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation, and the Constitution, which were Robert Morris and Roger Sherman.
Oh
love
yeah,
those guys.
dude. I remember Sherman. Learned loads about him.
Yeah. Names
Yeah.
used to be, like, so fucked up back then, dude. Like, look at this name I'm about to post to you guys. What the fuck? Why did it copy the entire Wikipedia article? But, like, what is this name?
Governor.
Yeah, I know, but why is it spelled... Like, that's how we'd spell it today, trying to be cool. It's Galviner. Anyways,
The French.
Governor.
Tanichi successfully got 1 point off of that question.
Let's go.
We are now into section 3, which is Civil War through the 19th century.
Oh.
So basically the
Here's where
entire
I take the
1800s.
lead.
Why was the Civil War fought? Nico.
States' rights to own a slave.
True. I was about to not give it to you. But yeah, we'll do that one.
Okay.
My dumbass was still in Revolutionary War, but I don't know what about to say. So we could get fucking freedom from the British.
Okay. Question 2. Who was president during the Civil War?
Fuck.
Tanichi?
I got distracted.
I'm not gonna lie. I expected him to go to get it first. Jesus Christ.
This one should be very easy, my
Abraham
guy.
Lincoln.
That is correct, Abraham Lincoln. And for a bonus point, do you know who the president of the Confederate States of America was?
Charles Lee Smith.
That's pretty close. It was Jefferson Davis.
Damn. I knew that one.
Yeah, well, you have to get the
buzzed
question
in.
to get the bonus point.
Damn.
Question 3. What was the first state to secede from the Union? Nico?
Huh, well, if it were modern times, it would have been the great state of Texas.
Hell
but
yeah, brother.
Back then, I do believe that it was Oklahoma.
Oklahoma did not exist yet.
It does have a panhandle, however.
Tanichi, do you know what the first state to secede from the Union was?
Arkansas?
I don't think Arkansas existed yet either. Jackson, do you know which one it is?
Just trying to
I
give
will say it is
Arkansas
East
some love.
Coast.
Clearly, it's Maine.
Maine is in the north. It is the most north you can get.
Read the question again.
That doesn't even make sense as a. It's what was the first state to secede from the Union?
Yeah, give us another attack.
Okay, fine. Nico, do you have
South
another
Carolina.
guess? You looked that up, you
I
fucking
didn't
cheater.
actually. I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
He so did.
It just has South in the name. That's why I
That's
picked it.
fair enough. Okay, I guess Nico's getting that one. What was the first battle of the Civil War? Nico?
The battle for Anchorage Town.
What the fuck? No. Not even close.
Damn.
Jackson.
No.
The Battle of the Bulge, clearly.
That's a World War I battle. Tanichi.
Yeah, it was Revenge of the Sith. After they had after Anakin had gotten back.
Also incorrect. The answer is the Battle of Fort Sumter.
Oh.
Fort Sumter. I was gonna say Fort Knox, but at the last moment I was like, I know that's damn wrong. I know that's so fucking wrong.
I mean, it's close, you know. They both got Fort in the name. Question 5. What is the Emancipation Proclamation?
No!
Nico.
That was when the South was like, alrighty, folks, we're out of here.
Huh. No, that's wildly incorrect.
Damn, unfortunate.
Tanichi.
I think, is that not the official name of the bill that freed the slaves?
That's...
Can you be a tiny bit more specific? There's an important wrinkle in this that I feel
there
is
but
worth...
No, I know that wrinkle got thrown away. No, yeah, no, it made people free in. No, I don't know. I know it gave them
If
freedom.
Jackson can't give me the more specific answer, I'll give it to you. Jackson.
No.
Okay. Then yes, Tanichi gets it. The more specific answer I was looking for was it only freed the slaves in Confederate states.
Oh, yeah.
Abraham Lincoln told the people who stayed with the Union, well, you can keep them.
Damn.
Question number 6. This one, I made these way too hard, apparently, but this is another round robin, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Name Civil War generals. Nico.
Robert E. Lee.
That's correct.
That's all I got. I'm throwing in the towel here.
Richard Patton.
No, Patton was a World War II general, I believe. Hold on. There's a decent chance there was a Patton general, so let's see.
Well, I was looking that up. Jackson, has anyone ever told you look like Linus Tech Tips?
He looks nothing like
nobody's ever told me
Linus
that.
Tech Tips.
Okay.
I'm not even Canadian. What are you talking about?
Okay, unfortunately, we do not have a General Patton. Jackson.
Fucking Grant something.
Yeah, Ulysses S. Grant, that's correct. You got one.
Yeah.
Those are the big two right there.
Those are the big two. I'd say there's one more really big one that there's two more really big ones. One for each side that you guys should probably know.
Jefferson Davis.
No, he was the president. The president of the Confederacy. I'm not subtracting points for wrong answers right now, by the way, so you guys want to venture a guess.
Oh, man.
The artist formerly known as Prince?
Anthony Jackson. Thomas
Anthony
Jackson.
Oh, Stonewall Jackson?
There you go, Stonewall Jackson.
You fucking awoke something inside of me there, Kenichi.
There are two wolves inside of him. Alright, does anyone have anything else they'd like to venture as a guess?
No.
Alright, the last one I'd say that you guys should probably know is General Sherman.
Oh, yeah.
Who did Sherman's March.
Yeah, I was going to assume that he was like a World War I general.
William.
And maybe General
Sherman. About the Indians in Florida.
I'd say maybe General Burnside, just because he's where the word for sideburns comes from. But alas. Also, question number 7.
Peck,
yes.
George Peck, because he's referenced in Django. That's the only reason why I know that.
Interesting.
Actually. Yeah.
I'll give you a point for that. Why not?
I remember. It's when he's being all fancy. He gets shot with the shotgun.
Question number 7. What are some of the names of the migrations out west? Nico.
The Trail of Tears.
No, this motherfucker!
I don't know if I want to...
Check his buzzer. Check his fucking buzzer.
I don't know if I want to count that one, really.
Why not?
I was thinking more like voluntary migration. Like people moving west to like settle it, you know?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I think
fucking
that
Manifest Destiny.
Yeah.
That's also not correct.
What?
Also, I was totally wrong. Tanichi did buzz in first, so it's a good thing Nico got that wrong. Tanichi!
I was going to say Manifest Destiny. I think that counts. They literally went west because they were like, God told us.
Manifest Destiny was just like Manifest Destiny wasn't describing a specific movement of people, though. It was just describing the ideology of people wanting to move out west. Jackson.
The Oregon Trail?
Thank you.
That was my third guess, though. The other two should have counted, Tanner.
I disagree.
I agree that the Trail of Tears should have counted. That's a migration.
I'm the quiz master, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
The other one I was looking for was the Gold Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, question 8. What was Reconstruction? Tanichi?
They sent, Oh, I did learn about this. I don't remember. Hold on.
You guys learned about everything in this quiz.
Come on, kick it in. Come on. My stupid high brain. Oh, they sent massive amounts of materials and stuff to, after people had migrated back towards to like rebuild the capital, was it not?
I have no fucking idea what you were trying to communicate here. Nico.
Tanner, I just want to ask real quick, when is the War of 1812 coming up in here?
I mean, it might be in the 10th question, or the 9th or 10th question. You don't know.
You piece of shit, I want it to be now.
Well, fuck you. That's not the question I'm doing. To be
for
honest, I forgot about the War of 1812, unfortunately.
How can you forget about the War of 1812?
I did, I guess. Anyway, do you have an answer to this question?
No.
Okay.
Let my answer be a protest of you not including the War of 1812 on this American history quiz.
Okay. I don't think the War of 1812 was very important in the grand scheme of things, to be honest. Jackson, do you have an answer for what was Reconstruction?
After the Civil War, they wanted to like send people out to go and help rebuild things that were destroyed.
That's close enough for me to count it, honestly. Yeah, it was a period of time of trying to reintegrate the southern states back into the Union while protecting the newfound freedom of black Americans.
That's not what I'll always say, but I'll take that, baby.
Yeah.
Well, it was like rebuilding and shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Question 9.
In the metaphorical sense.
What other war did the United States fight in the 19th century?
The War
Nico.
of 1812.
That is correct. That's not the answer I was looking for, but I'll fucking count it. Someone else ring in and give me the other one.
I'm a guess.
Tanichi?
The Persian War?
That America participated in.
The Gulf War?
No, the Gulf War was in like 2006.
Wars, man.
Clearly World War One.
The American Indian War.
Also not true. I guess I'll move on.
Mexico War.
Yeah, the Mexican-American War.
That's
I'm not
the one.
giving you that one, though.
Damn it.
Name it war.
This one's a pretty tough question, so I guess it'll be
Tanner,
worth...
Real quick, when was the American Indian War? I don't know where that one's at on the timeline.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's one of them, the American Indian War.
I've never heard of that. I don't think there was ever one specific war between Americans and Indians. It was just kind of constant.
Yeah, I think they just had a
Yeah, it looks like it was a series of conflicts between the United States and the Indians.
Okay.
Yeah, crazy.
Question number 10. What was the Gilded Age? No one has buzzed it. Oh, there you go. Nico?
Yeah, that was like America's prime.
I'm gonna need something much more specific than that.
You see, that was at like the height of the Industrial Revolution, Tanner. That's when we were like really pumping shit out and like flexing our creative muscles, you know?
That's not really a good enough answer for me.
Imposing our will upon the other European countries, where they realized, those Americans.
Now you're way off base.
That's why I was trying to stay vague.
Does anyone else have an answer for me? The Gilded Age. Late 18th century. Gilded.
Man, what is can you ask the question differently? Can you dumb the question
what was
down
the
anymore?
period what was the period of American history known as the Gilded Age characterized by?
Fantastic Party, Great Gatsby stuff.
Yeah, Art
I'm
Deco
guessing.
architecture.
I don't know.
Oh.
He said boom, so I'm assuming that like I don't know, upper preppy, the boom of the great point in America. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
think
like
it was
that,
really.
that
I feel like you guys
Gatsby
aren't.
fancy
You guys really aren't.
parties. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to feed off.
You're
I'm
not
trying to
really
feed
hitting
off
the
it.
important parts I want.
I'm
Jackson,
trying
do you
to
have
feed
a
off it.
do you have a guest to venture, Jackson?
Of course not.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think any of you really got close enough for me to count it, but the Gilded Age was a time of rapidly increasing urbanization and wealth accumulation marked by widespread political corruption and class unease.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It sure is. And speaking of fun, we are now on to our third pity question. And Tanichi, you're up. Name as many
man.
presidents from this time period as you can.
God damn it,
So this is the 18th century.
dude. Abraham Lincoln,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Jackson.
I believe that's correct, but let me double check on that one.
James Adams.
I don't think there's ever been a president named James Adams, unfortunately. Who's the...
Andrew
Let's
Jackson.
see, yeah, you said Abraham Lincoln, you said who else?
I forgot.
Andrew Jackson?
Andrew Jackson.
Where is he on
James
this fucking
Adams.
thing? There definitely isn't a James Adams. Where the hell is Jackson?
Where is he right now? I don't see him.
I just fact-checked myself on an earlier question that I totally got wrong. But anyway,
What'd you get wrong, Tanner?
Andrew Jackson is an 18th century president.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Do you have anyone else?
Oh, I'm trying to think of the people on the mic.
I don't know how much that'd be able to help you. There are 25.
Oh, there's
Nearly
25
over
of them?
half. Yeah, over half of our presidents were in the 18th century. I did already mention
Oh,
at least 3 of them.
okay. No, I don't have any more.
Okay.
Elaine Bennis.
The question I got wrong earlier is I said that Rutherford B. Hayes was the president before the Civil War. That is not correct. It's actually James Buchanan,
No.
which I don't think you guys would have gotten still.
Definitely not.
But yeah, let's see. What are some other noteworthy... well, you could have said George Washington is the only one that wasn't in the 18th century.
Damn.
Let's see.
How
You
about
could have said
Taft?
Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, Taft would be one. James Madison, John Monroe. Let's see. Who else is notable here? Abraham Lincoln.
You know, for
Andrew Johnson.
for
Ulysses
everyone
S.
who's
Grant.
gonna
Rutherford
listen to
B.
this
Hayes.
podcast, I have to make sure everyone understands. She had massive tits. Like,
He just could not focus in class, I tell you.
like all of this. Like, I know all of this, but all I can remember are just how big her tits were. And none of it gets.
Alright. Speaking of big tits, Section 4. World War I through the end of the Cold War.
Holy shit.
Question 1. What was the name of the ideology that kept the US from entering World War I? Nico?
Communism.
No, communism
Damn.
wasn't invented yet.
Unfortunate.
Jackson,
Imperialism.
that's literally the opposite of it.
Marxism.
Tanichi, huh?
Marxism.
Still not invented yet. I guess I'll go back through it for another round. Nico,
Colonialism.
also the opposite of what I'm asking for. Jackson,
No idea. I'm out.
okay. Tanichi,
Sengaku Jidai.
no. What? I don't know what that is. It was isolationism.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh.
I didn't think America really practiced that ever.
What do you talk? Isolation? We're like one of the most isolationist countries
Yeah.
ever before World War II.
Yeah?
Anyways,
So you claim, Tanner.
whatever.
Someone seems to forget just how long we've had our thumb in the pie of the Middle East, mister.
That only started in like the early 2000s.
And Africa. And South America. And Canada.
Okay. Anyway, question 2. Why did the United States enter World War I? Nico?
Our pals over there were getting roasted pretty bad, and we just figured, what?
I have 2 specific, trigger events in mind for this
2
answer. So
trigger
whatever
events?
you're about to say.
Okay. The assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, and then,
No. Moving on to the next person. Jackson.
See, I rang in and I was like, "Oh yeah, Pearl Harbor," and I was like, "Wait, that's fucking World War II." So I don't have an answer, to be honest.
Okay. Tanichi, do you have an answer?
You see, I was also gonna say Pearl Harbor. But
That's hilarious, because when I initially rung in, I was also going to say Pearl Harbor.
Now that I've
Jesus
had
Christ,
this
guys.
moment, I'm going to say the rise of communism.
Still too early for that.
I'm gonna say
I don't think you
don't
guys are
know.
going to get these ones. I was specifically looking at the sinking of the Lusitania and the
yeah.
Zimmerman tapes.
I don't remember the Zimmerman tapes, but I remember that sinking.
That's interesting.
Never
I feel
heard
like
of
the
either of
Zimmerman tapes is the one you should have known. That's when Germany sent a message to Mexico where they're like, "Hey, Mexico, can you invade America?"
Oh,
But-
yeah.
America somehow intercepted that message, and we were like, "What the fuck, bro?" And then we attacked Germany. Question 3.
Pearl Harbor.
What? No. What was a major disaster that happened between the world wars in America? A major disaster that happened in America.
Oh, in America.
Nico. I've got 3 in mind.
3 in mind.
You don't have to name all 3. You just have to name one of them.
Okay.
Don't say Hurricane Katrina like you were just about to.
I was also going to say Hurricane Katrina.
Guys, that was in 2004. Come on.
I know it was, but so it's standing after me. Let's go with,
To be clear, I don't necessarily mean natural disasters.
Oh, gotcha, okay. Prohibition.
That was one of my answers.
There
yeah.
we go.
Alright, let's see. Tanichi,
I
do you
wasn't
know
sure you would actually count
was
that
it
as a
the
natural
Great
disaster.
Depression?
the Great Depression was one of them, yes. Alright, Jackson, give us a three-peat. What was the other one I was thinking of?
Oh yeah, the big dust storm, baby.
That's actually correct. What the fuck?
What?
The Dust Bowl, yes.
Oh shit.
A massive dust storm that destroyed the fucking Midwest.
Oh, damn.
Jackson
totally-
the goat.
I thought I was making shit up.
That's very impressive, guys.
Thanks, Bo.
Question 4. Be ready with your buzz-ins on this
Pearl
one, guys.
Harbor.
Yeah, that's correct.
Damn it.
You didn't even get the question out.
You can buzz in whenever you want. Question
Buzzing for those 3
5.
questions.
What was unique about FDR? Tanichi?
He was an alcoholic and he was a cripple.
The-
Both his parents
Okay.
died.
yes,
his
the
ass out
cripple
when he
thing
was a
is
kid.
true. Being
His
an
wife was
alcoholic is
actually running the country.
being an alcoholic is not unique amongst U.S. presidents, but yes, he was disabled, so I'll give you that one. Nico, can you name the other unique thing about him?
His wife ran the country for him.
You're thinking of someone else.
Unfortunate. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of that guy who got cerebral palsy or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The other unique thing about him,
I get a twofer here.
he had 12 mistresses.
Not true, and also that still wouldn't be unique amongst presidents.
Having 12 though.
That was
Jackson,
a lot of mistresses.
Jackson, do you know what the other thing was about FDR that was unique?
His fucking acronym for his name is SICK. FDR. That sounds sick as hell. Give me another president that's got one that sounds that cool.
JFK.
Bullshit.
I guess I'll move on to the. I feel like you guys
got
should have known this
shot.
one. It's that he. It's what? No, it's that he served 4 terms.
Oh yeah. I didn't
I
know
forgot
this
about
one.
that.
Okay,
Didn't
whatever.
he get shot and survive?
No, you're thinking of Teddy Roosevelt and Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ronald Reagan got shot?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not my boy.
Fun
Was it
fact,
was it
only Republican presidents have survived getting shot.
That's fun. Wait, I thought Teddy Roosevelt was a Democrat, though.
Nah, he was part of the Bull Moose Party. Well, he ran as a Republican, and then in his re-election, he ran as the Bull Moose Party.
Okay.
Question 6. What were the names of the cities the United States nuked? Nico.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Correct. And for a bonus point, can you name the plane?
I know that, actually. I, just heard it the other day as well, for some reason.
It doesn't seem like you do know it.
I can't think of it right now. My apologies. I keep thinking of, the bombs themselves.
I guess let me try throwing the bonus point to someone else. Tanichi, do you know the name of the plane?
It was a B-52 Tomahawk.
Nah, it had a specific, a little nickname the pilots gave it.
Yeah. Ask me about the Demon Corps, though, Tanner.
I'm not gonna ask you about the Demon Corps.
I do not know.
Okay, Jackson, do you know what the name of the plane that dropped the bombs was?
He's in the kitchen.
Oh, no.
No.
No, he doesn't? Okay. It was the Jap Annihilator.
Wow.
That's not what
true.
I was thinking. Okay.
Nah,
I was
the
about
actual...
to say, jeez, yeah, I don't think I was taught that. That would have been an insane day in class.
No, the actual name was the Enola Gay.
That's right, yeah.
Almost as insane, frankly. Question 7. What was the Iron Curtain? Nico?
That was the Berlin Wall.
No.
Damn.
Related, but no. Does anyone else have an answer for me for what was the Iron Curtain? Jackson?
It was the name of a sick plane that just carpet bombed a shit ton of people.
No. Tanichi?
It's the curtain the president takes a shower so he protects him from bullets in case they get him when he's most vulnerable.
Also not correct, unfortunately. I'm just gonna say you guys got that one wrong. The Iron Curtain
with Europe.
Yeah, it is some bullshit with Europe. The Iron Curtain was a term used to describe the separation between the Allied-controlled West Germany and the Soviet-controlled East Germany.
Yeah.
Question
That's
number...
basically the Berlin Wall.
The Berlin Wall only separated Berlin.
What's that got to do with America?
Yeah.
We were part of the Allies.
Bullshit.
Name... Okay, here we go. This is another naming one. Name a proxy war between the United States and the USSR. Tanichi.
Hang on a second, he
he
buzzed
got in
in
first.
before he even
Yeah,
started
he got in
asking
first.
the question.
No, that's
in
fine. I'm gonna give it to him
I did that by
anyway. He's in
accident.
last
He got in
place.
first. I did
Oh,
that
you
by
did
accident,
accidentally?
yeah.
Okay, fine. You're giving up the easy answers, but Nico?
Vietnam.
That's correct. Go ahead
knew
and
what
ring
it
in
was,
again
but
to
I
get
wanted
the
to
other
be
easy
fair.
one. Ring in again and get the other easy one on this question.
What was the question?
Not you, Nico. Name a proxy war between the United States and the Soviet Union. Tanichi?
The Philippine
what?
War. The Philippine War?
Let me see if that is one of them. Let's see. List of proxy wars. And I need ones during the Cold War. Here we go. Do we have anything about Philippines here? Whoa. Let's see. Oh, there we go. No, that's not. No. Oh, here we go. Civil conflict in the Philippines. So yeah, I'll give you a point on that one. Jackson, would you like to give us the other one that you should know?
This is a layup, and I was known in my basketball career days of whiffing layups. I don't know.
I guess we're moving on. The other one was the Korea. Yeah. Korea.
Didn't know that one.
You did? Okay. Question number 9. What was the non-military component of the Cold War? Nico?
Having stare downs with each other and being like, ooh, you better not push the button. Ooh, you better not push it.
That sounds military adjacent, so no.
Damn it.
Tanichi.
Oh, hey, yeah, fuck!
It was the propaganda.
No, not really what I'm looking for here. Jackson.
The Red Scare?
Not what I had, but I'll give it to you on that
That's
one,
what
honestly.
I was gonna answer.
I am looking for something else, though. Nico, do you know what it is?
I was gonna say the Red Scare.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I feel like this. It's like a big recognizable name, and you guys will feel stupid if you don't get it.
Germany
Lay it on
hosting
us.
the Olympics.
No.
Let's say the War on Terror.
No. Far too late. The one I was looking for is the space race.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Duh.
What theory has kept countries from using nuclear weapons again? Nico?
Mutually assured destruction.
That is correct. Okay, and that brings us to our fourth pity point. This one is going to Tanichi.
Let's make a goof.
You're
going
going
to
to get a point for each thing you can name again.
Okay,
Which other
okay.
countries were on the United States' side in World War II? Otherwise, name as many allied countries as you can.
France,
Correct.
Spain.
I think Spain might have been on Hitler's side.
They were, yeah.
England,
Yes, England.
Switzerland.
No, Switzerland was neutral.
Oh yeah, that's the does the Poland count? They kind of were the start.
I believe Poland. That's one of them.
Canada,
Yes, Canada.
Saudi Arabia.
I don't know if Saudi Arabia existed
Yeah,
yet,
no.
to be honest. Yeah, Saudi Arabia is not one of them. And since that's like your third incorrect answer, I'm gonna call it there.
Australia.
True. And that brings us to our fifth and final section, which is on everything else.
Everything else.
Everything after, what did I say, the Cold War? So basically, like, it's like basically the 60s forward, pretty much.
Okay.
Actually, I guess I kind of just skipped the second half of the 19th century, and the rest of the questions are like the 90s forward.
Oops.
Oops, that was that. What was going on then, right?
Take that, free love movement.
I will say these questions suck. They're much worse than my previous questions, but alas. Question 1.
Donald Trump.
What was the major technological development of the 90s?
Damn it.
Tanichi?
The telephone.
The telephone
Or
was
the-
invented
no.
in like the 1800s.
Or the oh yeah.
Nico?
The internet.
The
I'm not gonna give it to you. The internet was before the
Fuck
90s.
you, Tanner.
You're very close, though. So close that I bet Jackson could get it based on your answer. Jackson?
Oh boy, can I get it based on his answer of the internet? Of
Hopefully.
The World Wide Web?
That is correct. The World Wide Web.
Those are interchangeable to me.
Unfortunately, they're not interchangeable in reality, so... this one is just a free gimme for each of you. Where were you on 9/11? Nico?
I was probably playing with like fucking Legos or something.
Okay. Tanichi?
I was in my dad's nutsack.
Okay. Wait, what? How old are you?
Wait, no. Oh, I got that one wrong.
Incorrect.
I guess he did forget
Wait,
then.
no. I was in.
It was in,
Yeah, it was in
September of
September.
2001.
Yeah, they
Surely
know what
you're
year
too
they were
old.
born.
I was in my mom's belly.
Okay.
Still not in my dad's nutsack. I just
You
left
gave
there.
one of the only wrong
I just
answers you
moved
could.
out. Yeah, it was a 3-month gray period there.
Okay. Jackson?
At home.
Okay.
At home.
I was gonna give it out to whatever the most entertaining answer was, but honestly, your guys' stories all suck and you didn't tell them very well, so I'm gonna award 0 points.
Let's go.
You should have made
Doesn't
some
matter
shit
if
up.
I goofed up. No one got points.
Question
As a
3. What was the Arab Spring? Nico?
Googling.
Watergate.
Watergate.
No, that's not correct.
Damn.
Would someone else like to buzz in? Tanichi.
They found oil in the Middle East. Or
Also
in the Arabs.
Also not correct. Jackson, would you like to venture a guess as to what the Arab Spring was?
I guess they've just been having a lot of summer out there at that time, and they finally got a nice few flowers were growing around, the trees were blooming, it was great.
After summer?
He's got more points than me. How?
It's some crazy shit going on in there.
No, that's also not correct. The Arab Spring was a series of pro-democracy protests across the Arab world, fueled by the new social media technology that resulted in much bloodshed and authoritarian crackdowns.
That's right.
Lord.
You say that.
Authoritarian
Did you know that,
crackdown.
Nico?
I mean, look, Tanner, here's the thing, man. I took a couple of brewskis before the quiz so that I could make an even playing field here, man.
I wish I had taken a couple brewskis before this quiz. Question 4. Put the following events in order. The invasion of Iraq, Arab Spring, the formation of ISIS, and the invasion of Afghanistan. Nico?
Formation of ISIS is last, Tanner.
Okay.
As
Can you
for
put
the
the-
other ones, what were the other options?
Can you write them down?
It was the invasion of Iraq, Arab Spring, formation of ISIS, and the invasion of Afghanistan.
Okay. Arab Spring first. Afghanistan and Iraq are pretty interchangeable in my mind personally. I believe that Afghanistan was first, though, then Iraq, and then ISIS.
Okay, that's incorrect.
Damn.
Tanichi, do you have an answer?
It's the Springs, Iraq, Afghanistan, then ISIS?
Also incorrect. Jackson, would you like to give an answer?
It's Iraq, the Springs, Afghanistan, and then ISIS.
Also incorrect.
Is it Springs,
Blasted.
ISIS, then Afghanistan, and Iraq?
Incorrect.
Guys, frankly, it could be anything.
Frankly, it could be
Question.
anything.
There's too many combinations.
Yeah, sure. None of you got this one. It's the invasion of Afghanistan, the invasion of Iraq, Arab Spring, and then the formation of ISIS.
That's
Wait,
bullshit,
so they
Tanner.
didn't even know?
What do you mean it's
funny.
bullshit, Nico? I don't know why you so
funny.
confidently said Arab Spring came first.
They should have.
Maybe
like,
if it had,
seems
we
like it
wouldn't have
would've.
invaded them, huh? Did you
Yeah.
think about that?
Yeah.
Anyways, question number 5.
Well, you see, it left them weak and vulnerable. Perfect time to invade.
Yeah, perfect time for us for
Yeah.
Cap.
Question 5. Who was Obama's opponent in the 2008 U.S. presidential, Tanichi?
Hillary Clinton. Hey, Romney. What the fuck's wrong?
Both of those are incorrect.
Oh, both
Nico.
of those are wrong?
I was gonna say Mitt Romney. I don't know what the old white dude's
Was
name
it-
was,
was
Tanner.
it-
Dude,
Bush?
don't give away the answer. Someone else has to try to guess.
Oh, wow, big shocker, it's an old white dude.
No, I thought... No, I was saying that to Tanichi because I thought he was about to say it. You don't know the
Gotcha.
guy's name? Nico?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Jackson?
Mitt Romney.
John McCain?
That's correct.
Oh
Brings the
my
pain.
god, it was old drooling McCain before it was Biden. He was the
Oh,
one
McCain
that
was
got
bringing the
dunked
pain,
on for
baby.
being old.
Yeah,
The
they got
good old days,
decrepit.
as I say. I'm impressed that you knew that one, Jackson, and I'm also impressed
Dude,
that
John-
the other two didn't
John
know
Payne
that one.
brings the pain. John McCain brings the fucking pain.
I
I
remember.
don't know why I know that slogan so much.
I don't think that was the slogan of his, but anyway.
I lived in LA so long, it blocks out history.
Question number 6. What was the first MCU movie? Nico?
Well, you see, that's a toughie, Tanner. Like, are we counting, like, the Hulk at all?
You're gonna have to
I
figure
have
that
to
out for
commit
yourself.
to one of them.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. I feel like, I'm pretty sure, I think it's the Incredible Hulk.
That is correct.
There we go.
And for a bonus point, can you say what year it came out?
The same year as Kung Fu Panda, Tanner.
Which was?
Come on, man. You can't ask me that. Let's say... 2006.
Unfortunately, is the year I just mentioned in the last question, 2008.
Damn.
So question 7. What large protest movement came about as a result of the Great Recession? Nico?
Fucking... Occupy Wall Street.
That's correct.
I was gonna say March for Wall Street, and I was like, that's not right.
You're mixing
well,
up
they
a
do
couple
that.
different protests right there.
Yeah.
Question 8. What year did the Supreme Court legalize same-sex marriage? Nico?
Should have been 1908 if you ask me. No, but seriously though, I believe that it was 2011.
Not true.
Unfortunate.
Jackson?
2017.
Also not true. Tanichi?
2009?
It's way too early. I guess let's run it back through the group. Nico?
2010.
No. Jackson?
2016.
No. Tanichi?
2006?
No. I said you gave me 2009 and I told you way too early and then you went earlier. Nico?
2012.
No. Jackson?
2018.
No.
This is insane.
Tanichi?
2019.
No. What?
2014.
No.
2013.
2015.
There you go. Jackson got it. Jesus
Yes!
Christ.
I know my shit, man. I'm an ally.
Hold on. Were you guys lying to me when you said Tanichi is gay?
They should have also said Tanichi's retarded. I think that comes above
I
the
guess.
other part, you know.
Some would
You're a
say it
smart
goes
cookie,
hand in
man.
hand. Anyway,
Oh, no.
Jackson for a bonus point. Jackson, I will give you double Nico's score right now if you can
Christ.
tell me the name of the court case that led to legalized same-sex marriage.
Clearly, it's free to gays.
Frida
That's not-
gays.
That's not how court cases work.
Frida gays.
The answer I was looking for is Obergefell v. Hodges.
Of course.
I was close.
Go Oberfell.
Question 9. Name as many names as you can for SARS-CoV-2.
What?
Nico.
Swine flu.
No.
Damn.
SARS-CoV-2.
You're now out for this, Nico. Tanichi.
SARS-CoV-2.
Yeah, you can't use the name I told you. Use a different one.
H1N1.
Also incorrect. You guys are gonna feel really stupid in about 30 seconds. Jackson, do you have a name for it?
No. China flu.
That's correct. The
Damn it.
China flu.
Yeah, I just thought.
Alright,
what it
Jackson,
is.
start racking up the nicknames.
Fucking bat flu.
Sure, I've probably heard someone call it that.
The plague.
No, definitely not that one.
My dad calls it the fucking plague.
I don't care. You could have said, like, why did you not just say COVID? COVID-19, coronavirus, the
Because
vid.
the plague is funnier.
You couldn't think of this shit.
Rona.
Jesus Christ. Corona? Nothing? Anyway.
That was the point getter right there.
It's
You
SARS.
guys- I
Only
will-
That's what it
so
is. It's SARS.
dumb.
SARS-CoV-2. That's its official scientific name.
That's bullshit.
Caught me
guys-
off guard. With
I
the
will say you guys
SARS.
are shockingly close in points.
Holy shit.
Who will become president in 2024? Nico.
If everything goes well, my boy Andrew Yang, but things ain't looking so hot at the moment. So like, I don't know, like maybe Ben Shapiro, I guess.
Okay. Tanichi, what's your guess?
Donald
This is a question.
J. Trump.
There we go. This is a question where I will retroactively give out 10 points if you get it correct. So
Bring it
Nico's
home,
running.
Father.
Nico's running with Ben Shapiro.
And Andrew
Tanichi is
Yang.
running Donald Trump, and it's fine. I'll give you both of them since neither of them are. Jackson, what's your guess?
Trump, baby.
Okay.
The fucking Supreme Daddy's gonna win over Sleepy Joe and take back America.
Yes, he will make America great again.
For the second time.
Yeah. This time it'll stick.
There we go. So that leaves us with our final question. I am going to reveal your guys' points to you, and you will bet points. If you get the question wrong, you lose that many points. If you get the question correct, you double that many points. And also, it's a multiple choice question, this one, so it should be a bit easier.
Baby.
Okay, Nico says he's betting it all, regardless of how many points he has. In case you guys want to strategize, I am sending in spoiler quotes what your point totals are. No one other than the person tagged click on this, please.
Oh, this is clever.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm a smart guy.
It's fun.
Can I cheat?
Please don't.
But I wanna.
Why is
It's so
Tanichi
tempting.
so much more skinny? Does he only have single digits?
No, it's the same size.
Whoa. No, it's not.
It should be, anyway. And then just send me back in shadow quotes, in spoiler quotes, how many points you want to bet. Unless it's all of them, then you can just tell me.
Where are my points?
Oh, okay. Since you didn't know I was going to do this, I will let you change your answer if you want to.
Okay. Holy shit, that's a lot of points. Foxy
Okay.
mama. How do I do spoiler quotes?
Double pipe on each side.
Double pipe.
The straight
You
up
can-
and down line.
I'll give you a double
just-
pipe.
You can just like hover over it too, and then it'll like give you a prompt.
Gotcha. Let's see here. Let's say, that many.
Okay. So, I have your guys' bets in. I know what will be happening. Final question. I will say the question. I'll list out the A, B, C, and D. I'll repeat it a second time for you guys, and then I'll count down from like 3, and you'll send in your answers.
Okay.
So the final question is, who was the first American to receive a Nobel Peace Prize? Your options are A, Theodore Roosevelt, B, Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., C, John F. Kennedy, or D, Woodrow Wilson. Again, first American to receive a Nobel Peace Prize. A, Theodore Roosevelt, B, Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., C, John F. Kennedy, and D, Woodrow Wilson. Please have your answers ready. I guess that works, but whatever. 3, 2, 1. Send me your answers. Okay. Tanichi went with D. Nico and Jackson went with A. And the correct
boy
answer
Teddy.
is A. Which means that with a total of 47 points, Nico is our U.S. History Quiz winner.
Let's go! USA! USA! USA!
Let's go, Nico. USA.
And as is tradition, I will buy you some food sometime, Nico.
Thanks, pal. I can't
Jackson
wait.
got second place with 43 points, and Tanichi got last place with 19.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you didn't bet anything?
Yeah, he didn't.
That's fun.
I like how when I give you guys the option to secretly say points, Nico does not all in.
Nico's a rat.
But that was our quiz, which means we're now heading into Guapish at the movies!
Whoa!
Okay. Nico, what did we watch this week?
Holy shit, Tanner, we watched some crazy movies this week, some of which are relating to America, as well as its troubled history with,
Frankly, all of them kind of do.
They do, yeah. It's pretty crazy, honestly. We really line them up pretty well. So first up on the docket here, Tanichi, which movie do you want us to talk about first?
I think you should name all of them first.
Alright, so check it out. The 3 movies we watched this week were Fritz the Cat, Undercover Brother, and Tombstone.
All right, we should go with Undercover Brother.
Undercover Brother, fantastic, dude. Undercover Brother. Now, this is a film that I'm a pretty big fan of, honestly. Going
You
into
sure
it,
are.
I was kind of expecting it to not really hold up super well. Like, a lot of the jokes are very racially motivated, if you catch my drift. But,
I don't know if that's the right phrase for it.
However, it holds up shockingly well, honestly. Like, I was baffled by just how well his humor worked all together, I was a big fan of it. Fun fact for you guys, this movie's actually based off a webtoon. Were you aware of that?
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Like the Korean manga type thing?
Yeah, it's based off of a manhwa, Jackson.
That's what I think of when I hear webtoon. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Nico?
This movie would be much more offensive if it were based on a manhwa.
Yeah. So yeah, Undercover Brother, guys. Now, Jackson, this is your first time watching this film. What did you think of it?
I thought it was alright. It was pretty funny overall. The production was pretty low effort for the most part, which is, I think, its biggest detractor. But I think the comedy sat pretty well for the most part. It's a comedy. I thought it was funny. I don't really have a lot to say other than that, to be honest.
I don't have much to say about this movie either.
Honestly,
it was clever. I thought it was silly, and the production was pretty bad.
Honestly, when it comes to production quality, I think it really adds to the charm overall.
Yeah,
That's
I'd agree
fair.
with that.
What'd you guys think about the actors?
They were funny.
Yeah, they were pretty funny. I like
They fit their roles.
they
I
had
think
Dave
that Dave
Chappelle in there.
did a great job here.
Is that all you
He
guys
sure
know,
did.
Dave Chappelle?
I mean, he was like the big one.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
no,
this
the
white
movie
guy
came
sold
out
it
in
pretty well.
2002. Eddie Griffin was massive. Eddie Griffin
Wow.
is insane. He's
Which
a
character was he?
Anton Jackson movie.
Oh, okay, he was the main guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
He was the main guy, as well as the main voice actor for Undercover Brother from the webtoon was actually in this film as well. He voices Smart Brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I assume he plays him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's
a
what
dub over every one of his lines.
That'd be really fun if they did that. But yeah, I think this film is fantastic. One big thing when it comes to like this sort of like, racial comedy, that can, that can like really weigh a film down is if it feels a little, not quite even-handed, which this film most certainly is. It takes shots at black people, it takes shots at white people, it takes shots
And
at
that's
the mentally impaired.
I was gonna say something kind of similar to you in that I wouldn't say even-handed, but like if it starts coming across as mean-spirited, which I don't think it did.
No, not at all.
They had all the classic bits in there. White people like mayonnaise. Black people love big, like orange soda, big gulp cups.
Hot sauce.
All kinds of hot sauce. Playing all the hits, I guess. An extended bit about fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
What else do you want? I found it interesting that the general guy was based on Colin Powell, which you guys wouldn't know.
No, absolutely not.
I found it very strange that was the angle they went for. But hey, can you guys believe this movie predicted a black president?
Holy shit. When this movie came out, I'm sure they thought that it was still like a far cry away, but just the next guy over ended up being Obama, so. Yeah. Which first, I'm a big Obama fan. Overall, this movie's pretty sweet. There really isn't many detractors for it, I'd say. The only real big thing for me is that, like, the villain, Mr. Feather, whatever, he feels pretty undercooked. Most of the jokes don't really overstay their welcome if there are any bad ones, which, for the most part, I don't really think there are. The fucking scene where Neil Patrick Harris just, like, murders several men right in front of our very eyes.
Yeah, he, like, rips them in half and shit.
Yeah. As out of place as it may seem, I'm a big fan of that scene. The only real part that I'm not as big a fan of with that is I just don't really feel like there was much build up to it at all. He just snaps for no reason.
They don't even set up like he doesn't like being called a sissy.
Yeah, I think if they did that like a couple of times throughout the movie, it would have been fantastic, but
yeah.
Instead, just fucking Mortal Kombat's these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Again, we say this all the time with comedies. It's hard to have, like, a whole bunch of thoughts on comedies when it really just kind of comes down to, yeah, I thought it was funny. But, I'm ready to give it a ranking already, to be honest.
Well, you see, Terrence, this film came out at a turbulent time in America's history. I'm kidding. That's Fritz the Cat. Undercover Brother, I'll give it an A-.
I'll give it a B+.
Nico, I'm so glad you said A- because I'm also saying A-.
Okay. And then Dylan, hold on, I gotta scroll up past all. He gave it an A+. Okay, I guess I'm the odd man.
A-.
There we go.
Whoa.
Tanichi, what would you give Undercover Brother?
Personally,
it has James Brown in it, if that helps you.
It does. It does have James Brown.
It only
also,
has him in it
Williams
for like 10
sick.
seconds, though.
Gary Williams. I give it an A.
Yeah, the main girl's pretty hot, so
I'm not.
That's a big
I don't
plus.
agree.
That's because you don't like black women.
Hang on now. I don't even think that the Snow Bunny is that hot, dude.
Anyways.
That's what they would have called her if it came out today.
Wasn't her last name, like, Miss Snow? Like, they were doing that joke.
I don't remember.
Okay. What's the next movie we're gonna talk about, Nico?
The next movie is Fritz the Cat, guys!
Fritz the Cat!
It's not X-rated for nothing, baby!
It's not... Does it feel like it needs to be X-rated, to be honest?
It has tits in it.
They're just, like, constantly fucking.
Yeah.
We see somebody get shot and die in front of us, which is a pretty normal thing without X-rated, obviously, but... I think the constant fucking is the big thing.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Perhaps. But, what the fuck is this movie? So, like, let me just run through the plot to make sure we're all on the same page. Fritz the Cat, he's a student at New York University. The movie opens with him manipulating a bunch of girls into fucking him. And then it turns into an orgy. And then the police start chasing him around. Where he then... And there's an extended sequence in a synagogue for some reason.
Yeah.
That felt off, but and then he goes on like a very extended adventure in, like, you know, the black part of town, I guess.
And the black people are crows.
They're crows. Get it? Like Jim Crow. It's very metaphorical. And I can't. That whole section felt just. It was pretty wild. I was like, But yeah, that section, and then he starts a race war, which isn't great.
He starts a race war after he fucks a black chick. That's the big catalyst to this. He saw the light.
Yeah, that was an interesting part of the movie. And then
with that whole scene, he like fucking whips his dick out. He's ready to go, and she tells him, "Oh, you're too small for me, baby."
No. She does not say you're too small. She literally says you're not black enough for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, you know, he retreats out into the American desert because he's now, like, a wanted domestic terrorist. And it seems to me that he accidentally winds up joining a white supremacist gang.
Yeah, a bunch of neo-Nazis.
And helping them plot a bombing of a power station.
Yeah.
But, so, you know, that's the plot of it. Jesus Christ. I mentioned this when we were watching it, but I legitimately cannot tell if this film was made by hippies and they were just being kind of self-aware about how cringy some of the hippie shit is, or if it was made by, I suppose, Gen Xers making fun of hippies.
Well, you see, Tanner, this film was made in a very turbulent time of American history. It was right around the time of the Civil Rights Movement, you know. And the writer of... It
was well after that, but go off, I guess.
You see, Fritz the Cat is actually based off a comic book, okay? Well, like a comic strip. It covers this kind of material generally. And so what ended up happening, you see, Tanner, is that the creator of this was a pretty left-wing kind of guy. But he, like, didn't really want to sell the rights of the movie, like, to the studio who's making it. So, like, okay, yeah, it's cool, man. We'll just get your wife to sign instead. So she did, because she apparently had power of attorney over this.
What?
Yeah. And so they ended up making the movie anyway. And yeah, this movie, it had a really, very shaky production overall. They weren't actually aware of whether or not this is, like, really gonna end up being a movie or not. So they kind of just like broke it up into a few different like segments just in case this was like just like a small show or something that they put on at some point. Hence why it's kind of like segmented into 3 distinct sections.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we were watching different acts of something go on with like the long drawn out pauses in between them for some fucking reason.
Yeah, that would explain why.
I like that Dancing Crow, though. That guy's cool.
I was a big fan of Dancing Crow. Apparently, the creator, Fritz the Cat, fucking despised this movie when it came out. So much so they killed off Fritz the Cat in the comics.
That's extremely petty. I love that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay.
Any further questions about Fritz the Cat?
I guess, so what you're getting at is this was like an earnest attempt at some sort of coherent, like, political statement
yes,
or whatever?
Exactly.
Okay. What were they trying to say? Because especially all the stuff where he's, you know, interacting with the African American community, it just comes across as just wildly racist and just like they're like literally all of the people he runs across, they like can't speak English and they're all fucking crooks and mobsters and they're just killing each other and fucking all the time, and I'm just like
yeah, that's why the creator hated it.
Okay,
yeah, I
that's
especially
good.
love that part, like right at the beginning of the film, when Fritz and his boys are like about to like jam out or whatever in the park to pick up some ladies, and the girls just completely ignore him. Just like go start talking to some random black dude about black issues, and he just completely blows them off.
I will say, that kind of stuff felt weirdly relevant today. Like the part where Fritz the Cat, he goes into that like billiard bar or whatever the fuck, and he walks up to that guy and he's like or the guy is like, he's like questioning Fritz's motives or whatever, and Fritz the Cat is just like, hey man, my people have given you a lot of grief, I just want to understand your experience or whatever. I'm like, that's shit that fucking white college students say nowadays. That cringy, like, you know, I feel a lot of guilt over blah, 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 blah. Okay, leave me alone.
I don't know you, man. I just want to play pool.
But yeah, this movie is just a clusterfuck. I really don't know what to think about it, to be honest.
I will say, one big thing I do appreciate about the film, I actually like the animation style a lot.
It's not too bad. It's very like Cow and Chicken, Ren and Stimpy.
I was gonna say, now you might throw me up on the cross for this one, but Schoolhouse Rock.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it. But Jackson, what did you think about this movie?
Oh man, what can I not say? Yeah, I think the production of it was just like the production quality was just horrible all throughout. I don't like the art style at all. The animation was pretty rough for the vast majority of it. The audio quality was fucking horrible.
Oh yeah, it was god awful.
People, they sound like they were talking through tin cans throughout the majority of it. So many random, long, drawn-out cuts of just like cities that last like a minute for some reason. Sometimes maybe longer.
They gotta pad out that runtime.
Dude, I just remembered
it was a clusterfuck, not cohesive at all, really.
I just remembered that they literally had
1972.
Yeah, it came out in 1972. I just remember they literally had the crows living in like a dump site in the middle of the city.
Pretty much. that whole area of the city was just like absolutely just torn apart.
Now,
I don't know
one other thing that I learned about Fritz the Cat. You see,
What?
those like random scenes where like the audio is like really bad for some reason, and like you really can't tell like what these like conversations like these random characters are having are. They did indeed just like fucking go up to like random people in like bars or whatever, like, hey, can we like record you just like talking? Yeah.
Dude.
They just like recorded random people.
That'd be kind of cool if they, pulled it off well,
Yeah.
I guess.
So that was fun. Now, this movie actually, guys, how do you think this movie performed at all in the box offices?
I don't think it made
Horribly.
a single fucking dollar.
Oh,
This movie did really well.
It made
No, it did not.
millions.
This movie did like super well. I think it had like a really small budget. It made like $80 million or some shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
So much so
Why?
they got a sequel called The 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat, which people hate.
They should hate this one.
This one is fairly it's like okay received. I think overall this movie is more so fascinating to me, if anything. I really like looking at this movie and like learning about it. The movie itself is not very good though.
No.
I'm gonna give it like a C-.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go off in a completely different direction than Nico C- and give this movie a straight F tier.
Holy shit.
I think the only thing that's redeemable about this movie is that there are some funny parts to it. The rest of it was really low production. It was really hard to watch. I didn't really enjoy basically any of it. From like a movie standpoint, this was a horrible experience.
I'm kind of on the same page as Nico with, like, the existence of this movie is just kind of interesting, even though it itself is not weird. It's like I have a ranking written down for me, but I put a question mark on it. But I think I've, with this conversation, solidified it. So I'm gonna give it a D+.
A D+.
And then Dylan gave it
An F+.
An F+.
I think. Yeah.
an F+.
Yeah, I've got his ranks all written down.
Okay,
So yeah, that puts us at a D.
that's fair enough.
Yeah. Shinichi, what
I
do you
think-
think
I
of
think-
Fritz the Cat?
Oh man, just based off what I've been reading and what I've been hearing, it sounds like a solid F. Sounds like complete garbage.
You should check it out, man. It's crazy.
I
Yeah,
have.
it's the first X-rated film ever made, Tanichi.
I thought it was the first
Animated film.
Okay.
That's what I
Yeah.
meant.
Literally
Okay,
within
no,
the
I'm
first
putting-
30 seconds of the movie, you see what was it, like a fucking buffalo pull his giant fucking wiener out
Yeah.
Yeah, and piss on a guy.
and take a piss.
I think that
Okay, so for the fine... Go on,
just
Tanichi.
a little tidbit I read that I liked in here, that the art style is actually because they wanted to go against Walt Disney, who produced a lot of the animated stuff at the time. So they were like, we're
Okay.
gonna make an X-rated film in this style, mess around with Disney. I think that's pretty
They
creative.
did it.
Yeah,
Mission
that sounds pretty
accomplished.
solid.
It does give me that kind of like old Disney vibe.
A little bit.
All right, so the last movie was Tombstone.
Tombstone. Tombstone.
The most normal of the movies we watched, I think.
Yeah.
True.
This is the most movie we've seen.
Probably, yeah. No, this is a real movie. This is the first Western
Yes, sir.
we've seen on the channel. And, I'm just gonna say up front, I think this movie was very good.
Yeah?
I had a good time watching it. I thought the opening scene where they sort of introduced the cowboys was very, very good. Very entertaining.
Yeah, it definitely like invested me pretty early on with that. Then they didn't really follow up on it much, so it made me lose interest a tad bit later.
I mean, I feel like its purpose was really just to establish, the cowboys are, like these ruthless killers.
There's some bad dudes.
There's some bad dudes.
Everybody else stinkers.
They do a good, and they do pay that scene off with the Revelations quote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
Let's see. This is a long ass movie, there's a lot of
It
stuff in it.
feels long as well.
Yeah, every time we looked at the timestamp, it was just like, that much still?
There's a lot of dialogue in this one,
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the acting was good. I thought the action, when there was action, was well done. Like, specifically the one shootout where the one guy gets shot in the leg. I thought that was pretty good, especially when the one guy like surrenders, so they throw him into the building, and then he like crashes through the window to start attacking them again. That was cool. I like that shit. Oh, I like that scene where like the one cowboy was like showing off by flipping his gun and whatever, and then Doc Holliday just starts flipping his little like whiskey cup around on his finger to like make fun of him.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet. Doc Holliday is pretty cool overall, I would say. Generally, I think most of the characters in this film are pretty cool. That's like the biggest thing about this movie. There are a lot of really cool characters and some really cool scenes, and then nothing really in the middle of any of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, I like our two main guys, Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
I thought
Wyatt
they were pretty
Earp.
good.
I also really like Doc Holliday's lady that he has everywhere with him. She's a hottie.
She sure is.
When she's in like her black outfit, when she was in that other shit later in the movie, I was like, oh.
Yeah, not so much.
Yeah, not as much.
I like how they, Doc Holliday really does look like he's dying of tuberculosis the entire movie.
Yeah,
does,
at some point early on, Jackson had like pointed out or whatever, like, why is he fucking sweating so much? Why is he the only one doing that? And
Nah, they establish early on he has tuberculosis.
Yeah.
That's like the first...
This is a big part of the movie with me is that I just wasn't paying any attention to it. I don't know why. It may be attributed to the movie just not really interesting me, or maybe I was just kind of spacing out. But I just could not pay attention to this movie. So I was missing shit constantly, and I had basically no idea what was happening at any given time. Like,
that is a shame.
I literally couldn't tell you the basics of the plot, really, or like why anything connects. Like, I guess I could say like what happens in a way, but I don't know why any of these things were happening. Like the big bad thing at the end where they kill fucking Ringo, whatever his name was. I have no idea why they wanted him dead so bad, or like why it's like a big event that it's happening. From my perspective, he was just the guy that like spun his gun and was kind of like an asshole. I don't really know why any of this happened, so I was really confused for most of it. But that's probably just me.
That's a shame, because I thought that the story was very good in this movie. I like the idea of like Wyatt Earp and his friends being like retired lawmen, and they're just trying to make a fucking living, and then they get dragged back into that life.
Yeah, ultimately, Jackson, there are really only two things you gotta know about Wyatt Earp. He hates them Cowboys, he wants to cheat on his wife.
He
sure does. What happened to his wife?
She disappears. She's just not in it at some point.
She is no longer a character.
Yeah, she did want room service, and he was fed up with her.
Yeah. None of the women are really characters except Doc Holliday's girl, and then that
Doc Holliday's girl, dude. Don't even get me started on Doc Holliday's girl.
Well, yeah.
When she's in that black lace, dude, who, mama?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, man.
Ooh, can I do a little side segment right here?
Yeah,
Go
sure.
for it.
Temporarily within Guapish at the Movies, we're now doing Guapish on the Runway. How do you guys feel the drip in this movie was?
Fantastic. I think the set design and like overall outfits were phenomenal. During the movie, I told Jackson, dude, we gotta get suits like that. We gotta head over to the men's warehouse like tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I think just like when it's the four guys squatted up and they're in their like all black suits with their guns out and they're like walking around town, I was like, damn, this goes hard as fuck, dude.
Right.
I also liked the sheriff's like first like striped up suit. I thought he looked quite dapper in that one.
Dude, what the fuck is the deal with the sheriff in this movie exactly? He's like, he doesn't fucking do anything at any point.
Yeah, he's some lazy asshole or something.
Yeah, he just like shows up and he's like, oh man, this is kind of a bummer what's going on around here. Anyway,
damn, that sucks. Could you guys do my job for me?
Yeah, and then can I arrest you once you do?
Yeah. He only arrests people that he thinks aren't gonna shoot him, to be honest. But how'd you guys like that big scene at the train where Wyatt Earp finally sets himself on the warpath?
That was pretty badass.
Yeah, I thought it was neat.
It's pretty neat. I thought, obviously that was the intention of the scene, but those lines go hard as fuck. Where he's like, "You wanted the thunder, and now it's coming."
Yeah. What does the line "I'm your Huckleberry" mean? Doc keeps saying it. He says like 3 times throughout the movie. I'm don't understand.
Does he say it 3 times?
He says it several times.
Okay, I don't know. I guess he just likes the book Huckleberry Finn.
I guess so. He's like, I'm your pal, I guess, or something like that.
Maybe
know?
that's the tuberculosis getting to his brain, It's
Yeah.
putting holes in his memory.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, Huckleberry Finn's like a really good, really big, really. It's like a book. It's like a
It sure is.
Yeah.
It is a book.
Yeah. It's
I haven't read it,
It's
unfortunately.
I think, isn't it? It means like to be like I'm your man. But that like,
makes sense to me.
Yeah, but it's meant to be threatening. Like if you want to do something, do it to me. Like I'm the guy to do something to.
Okay. That
makes
checks out
sense.
then. Now, Tanner, we talked about the cool train scene. What do you think about the scene at the river?
I thought it was neat, little shootout across the river, and then when the guy he's just like, fuck it, I'm immortal, I guess, and he starts trudging out into the water, and so the other guy's like, well, I'm gonna go fight him out here too. And
That
they
shit was so fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah, that was
You know,
really
Everything
easy to watch.
about that scene was fucking dog shit.
all those old Western guns, they weren't as accurate,
I was hoping that at least like the main guy would be like, hold up, step back, guys. Let's like see what he's gonna do or something. I don't know. Was he shooting when he was walking towards them? I think he was just fucking walking towards them.
There's still
menacingly.
gunshots going off,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes more sense if it was like a ceasefire. He was like doing an intimidation tactic for like a 1v1 of their big guy. But no, he's just fucking walking into the middle of the open in the front lines and somehow doesn't get shot immediately.
That's fair enough. One complaint I do have is I didn't like the ending too much. It felt too happy for this movie.
I personally thought it was really anticlimactic overall.
I'm with Nico on this one.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I just kind of feel like it ultimately turns into a revenge tale. So I
Yeah.
kind of think the ending should have been like, he beats the last bad guy, but all his friends are dead, and it's just him now.
Yeah. His wife left him.
Mm-hmm.
Because she didn't
He loved
want
his
room
wife.
service anymore.
It's because she was an opium addict.
Yeah. She was on that methamphetamine. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was really confused when it was like Christmas time and they were just like building snowmen and shit. I thought that they
Yeah.
like cut to the future or some shit. Like people were like telling tales about Wyatt Earp or some bullshit.
I mean, it definitely was sometime after the scene before that, and they were somewhere else.
I mean, yeah, maybe like a few months or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I give this film my completionist rating of finish it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
finish it.
What rank do you want to give it?
Come back to me. I need to look over my list of other movies. Jackson, what would you rank this film?
I'm giving this movie a solid B tier. I thought it was entertaining. I think it was above average. I think the acting and the set design was really good, but I wasn't really following with the plot a bunch. As I mentioned,
That sounds like it was
kinda
your
lost me.
fault, but whatever.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm ranking it off of my perspective. I'm not gonna give it a higher ranking because I think it might be, but I don't know. I'm ranking it the way I saw it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I'm saying B.
I'm gonna give this movie an S-.
Okay.
I think I'll
Don't give it an A.
Dylan gave it an A.
I think I'll give it a B plus.
Here we go.
Tragic.
Tanner's heart is broken. This movie is now an A- on the same tier as Undercover Brother.
Yeah, I thought it was a well
And
enough
many-
film.
And many other movies, like
Many
Nacho
others.
Libre and Waxwork.
Well, boys,
Yeah.
we did it. We watched all the
We
movies.
did it. We watched all the movies.
We talked about them all.
Now what?
Meaning, that we now need to select new movies.
We sure do.
Can I pick two if Dylan doesn't pick one? Because fuck him.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's how it works.
Come on!
We could let Tanichi choose one.
Yes.
We could let Tanichi choose one. However, Tanichi, you haven't donated to our Patreon yet.
We
Right.
usually let guests get one, though.
That's true.
Is there a theme we're going for, or is it just movies?
No,
in
absolutely
general?
not. Just
It's
literally
just
any
random,
movie.
Random shit.
Any movies? Okay. Well, let me hear what everyone else picks, and then
All right,
There's a lot of
fantastic. So,
movies that could hit you.
Jackson, and then the Patreon movie And then if Dylan doesn't respond in that time, Tanichi, hopefully you'll have a movie in mind. Jackson, what movie are you picking this week?
I'm picking The Spiderwick Chronicles.
Hot damn.
I've wanted to watch this movie for so long, mostly just because of, I think it was when I was reading the books way back in the day. There was just a scene of them, or not like a scene, but like when they first got to the house, they were like going up into this attic and they're like going and finding chocolates and discovering these mysteries and stuff. And I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. And I just wanted to go and watch it again for so long. It's probably going to be like a, I don't even know. What's the name of that fucking... The Bridge to Terabithia? It's kind of it's probably going to be like that, honestly. But,
I, funnily enough, saw Spiderwick Chronicles, like, somewhat recently. I will say I think it's better than Bridge to Terabithia.
This bodes well.
I've seen this
not
movie...
Not much competition.
Yeah, I've seen this movie one time, and that was like when it first came out, so I remember absolutely fucking nothing about this thing.
Yeah. This is like a mythos movie for me. It's like, I know this exists, I think I read the books of it, and I thought it was cool, so let's do it again. I guess we can do the Patreon roll here, then.
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, so all I have to do is just do the roll command, and it'll just spit out a random one, assuming it works.
Have you tested it?
I mean, I did. Now it appears to not be working. Unlucky. So I guess we're just gonna fucking... I don't know why it's not working. It worked in development. Anyways, we were picking it picked one, apparently. I rolled it fucking twice, and there was 6 on the list, and it picked 2 of them, but didn't fucking post it.
Oh.
That's fun.
Interesting. How do we fix that?
I have to go fucking manually change it in the database.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so what ones did it pick?
Okay, that's a great question.
Looks like it picked whatever Hunter...
Yeah, it looks like it picked Good Will Hunting and fucking Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah. But which one came first?
I think since
I think we
Hunter...
just flip a coin between
Well, I was
the
going
two.
to say since Hunter's was Nacho Libre and we did that only like 2 weeks ago, I say we go with Good Morning Vietnam.
Sure, why not?
If you guys have never seen this movie, Good Will Hunting is one of the best movies created. So if I have to drop a dime and say, rather than flip a coin, to just make sure you have a good movie, this is a good movie.
We'll
Thankfully,
definitely...
we're not banking on having a good movie.
That one's already in our list. We'll definitely watch it sooner rather than later. I just think since Hunter submitted that one, we'll go with Good Morning Vietnam.
All right, sounds good to me, my man. All right,
Yeah,
well,
looks like
Tanishi.
Well, originally, is it my turn to pick?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
it's looking like Dylan hasn't selected a movie still. So,
Well,
yeah, why don't you go ahead and pick?
Originally, I was gonna say you guys should watch The Departed. Very good mobster movie, amazing film, lot to talk about. But now I kind of feel like picking Good Will Hunting.
I guess if you really want to, you
Great
can.
movie about
If you
grief.
pick it,
Great movie about
in.
grief, and unfortunately, as a fan, as someone who listens, I want to hear you guys talk about it. I'm gonna pick Good Will Hunting.
All right.
we can't stop you.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
we could, but we're
You
not.
could.
Yeah.
You could.
All right, we gotta let Hunter know he needs to add a different movie. I'll
Or
be sure
we
to
can
do
just
it.
take that one off anyway.
Sure, whatever.
I'm just gonna take it off.
Or replace
Yeah,
it with The Departed.
I don't think we can do that.
Uh-oh.
If you want us to watch The Departed, you have to suggest The Departed now.
No.
Because you already know we're going to watch Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. I don't want to wait for the Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
There.
All right, so Good Will Hunting and whatever the other 2 movies were.
Good
Sounds
Morning
good to me.
Vietnam and The Spiderwick Chronicles.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Quite an eclectic set of films, I will
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Lava, when
that's
you
Big
get ready to
Guapish
watch
at the
Good Will Hunting,
movies.
let me know. I'll watch it with you.
Okay.
Do it.
All right, well, boys, that sounds about like the episode to me.
It sure does.
Jackson, you want to do our little outro here?
No.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another wonderful episode of Guapish Rule 34. Please go check out our website, guapish.com, and also find us on Patreon at patreon.com/guapish. That's GUAPISH. For only $1 a month, you get access to the pre- and post-show. You also get access to all the podcast episodes early, and you can submit your very own movie recommendations for Guapish at the Movies and your own topic recommendations if you want. You also get access to the Discord where you can interact with us, and you get 500 slime coin, and you get your name read in each episode, just like our following 6 patrons: Jacob Edwards, Hunter, Lucas Ledette, Tutbot, Spider Clan, the White Supremacist Spider-Man, and Joshua Bean.
Holy shit! You're saying all of that for only $1, Tanner?
All of that for only $1.
Jesus Christ.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.